Well, nearly 1,000 union workers are out of a job this week as the legal battles over Gateway Tunnel funding play out in court. The project came to a halt just under a week ago after the funds ran completely dry. Only one of the 5 construction sites is still running. Today, Raven Santana visited one of the shuttered sites where machinery was left behind with no promise of returning to use anytime soon. Here's that story.
A construction site is noisy, is muddy. There's always machinery around, there's drilling, there's noise. We actually had blasting here to remove some of the rock. It is spooky silent.
That silence now defines 1801 Tunnelly Avenue in North Bergen, once filled with heavy equipment and hard hats. The site is part of the $16 billion Gateway Tunnel project, designed to build new rail tunnels under the Hudson River and replace a century-old link crippled by age and corrosion.
It will take time and a lot of skilled workers to put it together.
But time and money have run out. The Trump administration paused funding for the project in October, and by February 6th, the commission said it was out of cash. Construction at 4 sites on both sides of the river has halted, and more than 1,000 workers have been laid off. The commission sued the federal government, and New Jersey and New York filed their own lawsuits as well, alleging political retribution. A federal judge ordered the release of funds already approved by Congress, but the Trump administration appealed. For now, the money remains frozen as a federal appeals court considers the case.
Litigation was a last resort for us. It was not a decision that we took lightly, but our commitment really is to this project, to the economy, to the workers, and to the riders who've been waiting so long for reliable transportation.
I toured the site with project leaders of GDC, or the Gateway Development Commission, the bi-state agency leading construction of a new Hudson River rail tunnel while rehabilitating the aging North River tunnels.
We have 2 tunnel boring machines that were custom built just for these conditions.
They say once operational, trains would run beneath Tunnelly Avenue while a newly built bridge keeps traffic moving above, minimizing long-term disruption for drivers and commuters. But for now, work has stopped.
The longer this goes on, we're going to start to lose talent. We're going to start to lose really specialized workers that we need for this project. That kind of talent is going to go elsewhere. They're going to find other opportunities. People can only wait so long, and it's going to take, it will take a while to get this back up and running.
Some tunnel boring machine components are already on site, ready for assembly, part of a milestone that was supposed to begin this spring.
Behind us here is the cutter head for the tunnel boring machine, and it was delivered recently. It is the head of a 500-foot long machine that will cut through the Palisades, which is a rock mountain that will be one portion of the Hudson Tunnel project.
Behind me, you can see that launch site where tunnel boring machines were set to get to work but have since stopped. And Stray says each day this project is paused, more time is lost getting that equipment back up and running.
It takes time. This is a very sequenced operation to meet an aggressive overall schedule to get this done by 2035. And each part is very well connected to the other one. So the momentum of awarding contracts and building is a very coordinated effort. And yeah, it's stopping the construction is very impactful, and it will take a lot of work and a lot of coordination to get started again, and it won't be easy.
We had every intention of launching tunnel boring through the Palisades in the spring, and right now that work is on hold, and that's a huge milestone for us. It's the start of tunnel boring, building the first mile of the tunnel right here in New Jersey.
At a rally this week, Governor Sherrill joined labor leaders and union workers, warning the funding freeze could ripple across the Northeast Corridor, one of the busiest rail lines in the country.
Release the funds now! Release the funds now!
That's what the president doesn't seem to get. That there are working men and women feeding their families on this job, and every day that goes by that he doesn't release the funds is a day that our families are in trouble. So that president needs to release the funds.
If the appeals court overturns the lower court's ruling, delays could deepen, pushing timelines and costs even higher on one of the nation's largest infrastructure projects. For now, the Gateway Tunnel's fate rests in a federal courtroom. For NJ Spotlight News, I'm Raven Santana.